Hey everyone, happy Saturday, and welcome back to Cook the Books. I'm your host CJ, and we have a massive NHL slate today, 13 games going on, so we're just going to get right into it. We're going to go over 4 head-to-head matchups that I really like, and then give you some plays in those, and then we'll give you the NHL point sheet that we gave out last time in the last video. So let's get right into it. We got Avalanche versus Panthers here tonight. This is going to be, I think, an absolute barn burner. I mean, every single time that these guys match up, it's always a good game. In net tonight is Alexander Georgiev. That's unconfirmed for now, so maybe it will change. But, I mean, it's looking like Georgiev. For Colorado's sake, I would hope it's not Georgiev. He was awful to start the game. Well, okay, I'll take it back a little bit. He was awful to start the game. Let in 3 goals on 3 shots in their last game versus Carolina. And then, I mean, the guy literally looked drunk out there. Like, he was standing still, the puck's going past him, and he's like... He tightened up a little bit later on in the game, but, I mean, overall, it was not great. Bobrovsky's in net for the Panthers. He's been pretty good this season, 24-10 as a starter, 2.49 goals against with a .910 save percentage. So, Bobrovsky's been good. But coming back from the break, the Avalanche have not looked too good. I expect some goals in this one, so I like the over. But the Panthers have at times held teams to, you know, they have like a lot of games that are like 4-2, 3-2, like somewhere in that 5-6 goal range. They don't constantly get over that 6.5. So if you're going to take the over here, I'd almost bump it down to that 5.5. Personally, I'm going to be playing the Panthers money line. I think that they are the better team right now. Avalanche, great team. Georgiev is drunk. Hopefully they swap him out for the backup tonight and give themselves a chance. And then also in this game, I'm going to take both teams to score 2+ goals. So both teams score 2 goals. And then we're going to parlay that with the Toronto and Ottawa game. Same thing with the Leafs here. I mean, the over cashes a lot between these two. And then you got both teams. I think Korpisalo's confirmed for tonight. Yeah, Korpisalo's confirmed. He's almost given up 4 goals a game. So maybe some player props to look at in that game. I personally like Nylander if you're going to look at something in that game, either for an assist or a power play point. And then unconfirmed, Samsonov's going to be in net, so we'll have to see if he gets confirmed. But both of these goalies giving up 3.38, literally the exact same goals against average, and just as terrible of a save percentage for both these guys. Samsonov's been a little bit better of late, so, I mean, I'll give him his credit. But, I mean, this game looks like it'll go over, but another one that I'd probably bump down. You know, I almost like bumping down. I like doing a bump down of the Avalanche and Panthers to a 5.5, and then the Leafs and Senators to a 5.5. Combine that, get a little plus money parlay. But the other play that I really like in both those games, both teams to score 2 goals. Okay, both teams to score 2 goals. It's like a -2 something for each individual thing. Combine them, you get a plus money play out of it. As far as who I like in this game for the money line, I mean, it's tough to trust the Leafs with anything, but I'm gonna lean Leafs here, -134 on their money line. We'll see if I play it straight up or, you know, if I just rock with the current plays that I do. But, you know, if you're looking for a lean on a money line, I would lean Toronto Maple Leafs in this one. Next up, we got Boston at home versus the Washington Capitals. Boston, after getting absolutely destroyed by the Flames in their first game back, they looked lackadaisical. They did not even look like they wanted to show up. They were all pissed drunk from the break still. I mean, they just didn't want to play hockey that night. Coach clearly got on them. They came out, smoked the Canucks at home 4-0. So, you know, looked a lot better in that second game. And, you know, I think with the Capitals, I mean, 22-20 on the season, 9-12-3 away for the Capitals. Compared to the Bruins, 17-5-3 at home. I like the Bruins in this one. They're heavy favorites. This one is another one where we're going to take the money line in this, and we're going to combine it with our next game, the Dallas Stars against the Montreal Canadiens. I like the Dallas Stars in this game. 15-6-4 away. They haven't looked too impressive coming back from the break, but they haven't looked bad. And the Canadiens came out and they beat the Washington Capitals. That was 4 days ago. So little played more lately. They're the better team on the season. They're the better team overall. We're going to take Dallas money line, and then we're going to pair them with the money line of the Boston Bruins. Pair those together, get a nice little plus money play. Seems to be a lot of games today where, you know, you're going to like a money line of one team, but it's going to be a little too juiced. So I would look for, you know, maybe those bump it downs or those bump it ups. You know, if you like an over and under, and pair those for those plus money plays, and that'll That'll be a good play. So just to recap on the games, Dallas, Boston money line, pair those plus money play. That's one play. And then in the Avalanche and Florida game, leaning Florida, same with leaning Toronto in that game. I like the overs in both, but personally, if I'm going to play it, because I'm still kind of on the fence, I want to wait. You should always wait. If you're going to take an over under, you should always wait for the goalies to be confirmed. So they're not confirmed yet as the time of my recording of this. But, so I'll wait for that news and I'll drop that either on Twitter or in the Discord. If you guys are in there, you'll see my plays. But yeah, more inclined to bump both those games down to a 5.5, take the over there. And then you'll still get a plus money out of that. And then the play I even like more than that one for those two games is in both of those games, both teams to score 2+ goals. All four of those teams, top offenses in the league, averaging 3 to 3.5 goals a game. So for them to put up 2 goals, especially in the Toronto and Ottawa game, terrible goaltending there, so that should be no problem. And then in the other game, just depends on who gets confirmed. Georgiev, he's drunk, so he's going to be fine. But on the other side, Bobrovsky, he is confirmed. But it just depends, how Colorado comes out. But like I said, I think that they'll bounce back a little bit here and produce some goals like they did in the Devils game. So those are the 3 plays that I like for the game predictions. Let's hop into the player props. So here you can see our point sheet for the day. I like all 4 of these guys. They got pretty good spots, and I'll go over their charts in just a second. And if you want any of our other sheets for NHL, shots on goal, points, goal scorers, all that good stuff, AI sheets, link in the description below if you want to check that out. But let's look at some of these guys. Carter Verhaeghe first. I mean, the guy's been on fire. 12 out of the last 15, he's got a point in against the Colorado defense. He has been cooking them in the past couple of years here. So they've already played once this year. He had 3 points against them. So I expect him to get at least 1 here. They are weak to the left wing position here, as you can see. And he has been playing that left wing, I believe, on the... I can't remember if he's on the Bennett line now or if they bumped him back to Barkov's line. Either way, he's on either the top 1 or 2 line. So, he'll get plenty of action. Guy's been killing all season. I like him to get a point today. Next guy that I like, Nazem Kadri. We're going right back to him. 12 of 15 in his last 15. 23 out of his last 30. Another guy that's just been on fire. 4 out of 5 versus New York Islanders. The Islanders have been playing a lot better under Waugh. Their defense is much improved. They've got all their defensemen back. But the Flames came out of the break and they've actually looked pretty good. They beat up on Boston. Granted, Boston looked terrible in that game, but I mean, it's still Boston at home. And Kadri, I think he had a point in that one as well. Let me look at that. Yeah, he had 3 points versus Boston. So he's had a point in every single game back from the break. So we're going to go right back to him. Kadri for a point, like him to go over as well. Third prop, Rupe Hintz. If you look at his chart, he's not like the other guys where he's been on fire. But the reason why I like him is 2 reasons right here. So the head-to-head, he's going up against Montreal. Not a great team. They played once this year, didn't have a point. But that's not going to deter me here because I like this right here. Against centers, I mean, just choose any of them. Just blindly dip your hand into the Stars pool of centers, pull out, point. Okay? Rupe Hintz on the top power play line. These guys, the Montreal Canadiens, I mean, if you look at the top right here, they are all green. Green in this scenario means they suck. 30th in shots on goal, 30th in shot attempts allowed, 30th in block shots. So they're just giving up a bunch of shots. They're not blocking anything. And then they are 30th in penalty kill. When they're drawing penalties, which they're 22nd in the league in, so they're taking a bunch of penalties and they suck at killing them. And they're the worst in the league at giving up almost a goal, an average of a goal per power play. I mean, that is mind-boggling. So, I mean, they take a lot of penalties. There's going to be some chances for Hintz on the power play. And on that top line with Robertson and forget who's on the right wing for them. But on that top line, he's going to get some chances to get either a goal or an assist. And then on the top power play line as well, I mean, they're almost bound to score a goal with them giving up an average of about a goal a game. So I like Hintz in this one for a point. Our last player that we're going with for a point, Dylan Larkin. The guy has been incredible. He's in the early game. They're going to be playing the Canucks, so it will be a battle. But I mean, he's hitting the last 2 out of 3 versus Vancouver. They haven't played this year, but I mean, in his last 2 games versus them, 3-2. 32 out of 44 on the year. That's a 73 hit rate of. I mean, he's had a point in 73% of his games. It's incredible. 10 out of the last 10, 14 of the last 15. I mean, you just have to ride the streak at this point, And if you look at Vancouver versus centers, I mean, they've been prone to give up goals. I mean, Boston. I mean, everyone on Boston, pretty much out of every center on Boston, pretty much except for Frederick, everyone had a point. I mean, some Zaka and Coyle had 2. So I mean, I like Larkin to go over and get another point here today and continue that streak. But that's it. That's all of our props. That's all of our plays. If you guys do want the Bezos parlay, the mega Bezos, I'll pop it up on screen. We hit this last time we did a Bezos. This was last week before the break. We're going to be doing it again. And if you guys want in on that, let's get 100 likes on this video. If this video gets 100 likes before the game starts, because we're including the Vancouver and Detroit game in it. So before the early game start, that's in a couple hours from now. If we can get 100 likes on the video before then, I will drop the Bezos on Twitter. So my Twitter link is in the description below. Go follow me on there. And if we get 100 likes before the game starts, you'll see the Bezos live on Twitter. But yeah, guys, huge slate today. Good luck to everybody for tailing. Those of you guys that are in the Discord, I'll have a bunch of plays out today, all over the board today. And I'll have my play of the day in there as well. So good luck today. Till next time, let's cook the books.